everybody, and good Thursday evening to you. It is the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video, Weather for Weather Geeks, 26th day of August, 2021. We're going to talk more about some of our rainfall numbers in this video, and of course we'll look ahead towards Friday and the weekend. Let's start out with some statistics, much like we did last evening. Now, the official tally at the Youngstown Warren Airport for August so far, 7.96, making it the wettest August on record, and with several days left in the month, there's a pretty good chance we'll add to these totals, putting us up over the 8-inch mark for the month. So this has been a very soggy August where our official weather records are kept. And as you know, these are kept and recorded at the Youngstown Warren Airport in Vienna. It just so happens that the wettest part of our whole viewing area has basically been the corridor from Warren to Vienna over into extreme western Mercer County in the month of August. These kind of deep reds, darker reds, correspond to 6 to 8 inches worth of rain on our color scale at the top there. Now, other parts of Trumbull counties, for example, around Newton Falls and up towards Southington, we've had a healthy amount of rain, but not nearly as much as some spots just to the east. So in southwestern Trumbull County, 4 to 5 inches has been a little bit more common. And then in a few other parts of our television viewing area, especially in western Columbiana County and into eastern Mercer County, there's been a quarter of the amount of rain that we've seen in the wetter spots. So out towards New Garden and closer to the Stark County line near New Franklin, 2 to 3 inches of rain. That's it for the month. And similarly, out towards the I-79 corridor in the eastern half of Mercer County, amounts have been quite a bit more modest than in some other areas, and also, of course, where our region's official weather records are recorded in Vienna. All right, thankfully, we did not really add anything to those rain totals today. As promised, it was a quieter day weather-wise. We had some showers and some storms that cropped up earlier out towards I-77 and I-71, and also a couple of real scattered storms up in Ashtabula County, Crawford County, PA. But the wetter part of the state has actually been the southwestern corner of the state, where we have seen kind of a similar setup to what we had here locally yesterday. Slow-moving thunderstorms, localized flooding problems from the Columbus area back towards Lima, and especially down towards Dayton. Now things are starting to fizzle as we head towards sunset this evening. All right, tropics. This is going to be a big national weather story in the next several days. This is now Tropical Storm Ida getting its act together near Jamaica and approaching the Cuba area, and tropical storm warnings are already out for the western edge of Cuba as Ida is getting its act together and will really get its act together the next couple of days. This went from a depression to a tropical storm with the 5 p.m. advisory today with winds of 40 miles per hour and the pressure at 1,006 millibars. Now, Ida is going to head into a very favorable environment for strengthening once it gets into the Gulf. So this is the official National Hurricane Center forecast for the intensity and the timing. Making landfall somewhere probably between Houston and, say, southern Mississippi, maybe as far east as the panhandle of Florida. Their intensity forecast is a little bit conservative, I would say, at this point, but we're much better at tracks than we are intensity when it comes to tropical system forecasting. This is one of the areas in meteorology that the skill level is not where we would like it to be. It's not going to be for a little while. It's getting better, of course, but it's where we're lacking, is the predicting the intensity of tropical systems more than 48 hours out, say. But I will say that once this gets into the Gulf, we have very warm water over the Gulf of Mexico, and it gets even warmer as you get off into the northern Gulf. The wind shear overhead will be very minimal, and I think this will have a real opportunity to really explosively develop in the last 24 hours before it makes landfall, probably sometime on Sunday. So something to watch out for Saturday into Saturday night will be this thing really ramping up. And while the official NHC forecast right now has a maximum intensity of a Category 2, not going to be surprised at all if it eclipses that and becomes a major hurricane prior to landfall. That's going to be a big deal for some parts of the Gulf Coast region. For us, I'll talk a little bit more about this at the end of the video, but direct impacts from Ida's remnants are not likely around here. All right, what may be a factor around here late tonight, once again, much like we had last night and early this morning, a little fog. I don't think it's going to be super dense or widespread, but in some places, some patchy fog will be a possibility as Friday gets underway. We are highlighted in parts of our area in the low-end risk of flash flooding on Friday, higher risk out in central and eastern parts of Pennsylvania We will have some slow-moving showers and storms that try to get going tomorrow afternoon. No risk highlighted in our area for Saturday, even though, again, on Saturday, some spotty showers and storms will be out there. Things will start bubbling up Friday afternoon, but most of this activity will be in the wind-down phase by the time kickoff happens in our local high school football games for Week 2, Friday evening. We have that chance here and there of a stray shower or a storm, but those will fizzle quickly, and we're left with a partly cloudy sky for the rest of the night. Still warm, still humid. So the timing on this, stuff will start to bubble up probably between 1 and 4 p.m. It's going to be classic hit-or-miss stuff. And much like yesterday, I'm not going to say we're going to have a repeat of yesterday, but much like yesterday, there's not much wind aloft to steer these along, which is why we have a low-end risk of flash flooding across our area tomorrow, even though this is going to be real spotty. And then things quiet down, and then we do it again on Saturday. Hit or miss, showers and storms, mostly after 1 p.m., winding down towards sunset, and then more of the same on Monday. We're not going to see an air mass change through the weekend, so the same meteorological ingredients will be in place through Sunday. Now let's talk about the trends for next week. A cold front will slowly march through Monday into Monday night, slowing down as it starts to feel the impacts of Ida coming northward. And so we won't see a big dew point drop by midweek, but a subtle one. And then once Ida's remnants get off the playing field, I like the trends I'm seeing on the models for late in the week, showing a more significantly drier air mass starting to push in, accompanied by fairly comfortable temperatures. And actually, I'm liking the trends for the Canfield Fair, at least the first couple of days of the fair, tail end of next week. I don't think it's going to be super hot. It should become less and less humid as time goes on, and you see that reflected on the Climate Prediction Center 8 to 14 day outlook, showing kind of a neutral-ish signal around here, maybe even a little on the cool side, with a little bit of blue showing up on this map. It does not look as hot and steamy and stuffy and sweaty as the air mass we've been in now for several days as we roll towards that first weekend of September, the Canfield Fair, and, of course, Labor Day as well. We'll have much more to say about the fair and the longer-range forecast as we get a little bit closer. We'll do an autumn outlook for meteorological autumn early next week, so things to look forward to on future editions of Weather for Weather Geeks. In the meantime, thanks as always for watching on this Thursday night, and enjoy the rest of your evening.